What is up guys, Killer Kid here, and welcome back to another part 2 of how to make the castle. As you can see, we've done some major upgrades. As you can tell, we've done all the roofing, all the same, on all of the other ones as well, went for this roofing. And then if we go in here, we've got glowstones and the fencing. Come back over as well, the fencing and all the trim is all the way down on the sides as well. As you can see, it's looking pretty damn good. Obviously, you want to know all the steps to this. Obviously, the first part is on the screen now. Make sure to go and check that out. But yeah, that's all done. That's all gone through. Obviously, if we go all the way down as well, I'll show the internal walls and the other things as well. We go in here. As you can tell, you can run all the way through here, all the way along through here. These are 51 blocks long. And same all the way down here. This is pretty much going all the way around, and then when we go up a layer onto this one, it's exactly the same around here as well. You can walk all the way along around here as well. Now we're actually going to be connecting these all the way around as well, which are going to spurt out to other things, but that's obviously later on in another step. But the next step, if you've done all of these ones, is to make sure that all your ground outside is flat. You wouldn't worry about the lips that come into the sort of cone section here. So what I'm going to do is obviously have this as my mainland, and then make sure it's all level with this particular bit here. So once you've done that, yeah, come back and that'll be the next step. Also, if you get to a section like this, you can always just bring it down, switch back to your stone, come down, and just make sure it's only a 2-block entrance. I've done all the other ones as well, so let's just carry on doing this one. 1, 2, and there we go. You can also bring the trimming down as well. For the gaps that just come down, I wouldn't worry about them just yet. That will be in the fine detail, which will be another episode. But as you can see, it is all flat now and ready to commence other buildings. Now, best bet is probably to find out where your entrances and exits wants to be. Now, as we've been looking from this shot, our wall or our entrance is going to be here. So all I'm going to be doing is just putting a couple of glowstone just to indicate that this is going to be my wall, and build around from there, because the next piece, the middle bit, which is obviously the flat ground which we used for, is obviously going to be the main part that needs to be facing towards our entrance or our gate. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be following the similar patterns in here. Now what you're going to be doing is this pattern here, not the 4, just the 1, and you want to make it in here somewhere. So the best bet is probably to actually line up between these and find out where the middle is again of this wall. Obviously it's not going to be symmetrical to the point, but obviously because it's being 51 along, but you can have a rough guess on where it is and then go from there. Other suggestions as well, you can actually just do the 2 front doors near the lines, as you can see, which we're going to do personally ourselves. So we're going to come in, I'm not sure how many blocks just yet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we're going to do the exact same on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, which is correct. So we're going to have that 20 by 20. Now you can actually leave these rows in for a short time as well, because obviously entrance is going to be around here. Obviously a lot bigger than this, but just make sure you just section off for the time being so you know what you're working with. So best bet from here is actually just to come push it back 1, which you can see obviously the towers line up very nicely, which you don't need just yet. So from here probably come back 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put 1 along there, and the same on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what you're going to be doing is coming out probably an extra from this block, an extra 5 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. Come 7 out. It's all just preference, guys, because obviously you're going to have to squeeze the majority of this in as well. So I believe 1 more, and that's it. That's symmetrical. So here you can actually start building the shape of the smaller ones, which is obviously going to be 3 along. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to make that on the edge of these. 2 down. Third one being 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, like so, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and layer like that. But thinking, what is the purpose of this? Well, it's quite simple. It's just that these are going to connect the inner wall. So you can either have, which I'm going to have, 2 smaller ones here, and then obviously the same sort of section on this side as well, or you can just have 4 inside of 4, but I'm going to have, I believe, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I might have 8 in here, which we're going to do, so obviously 3 more as well on this side, 2, 3, 1, 2, very nice, easy, simple pattern. Should have got this down now, purely because of those shapes over there, because obviously 4 of these would create that particular pattern or shape there. So as you can see, I have a little cursor over so you can pause it and have a look. So there's 3, 2 down, 3, 3 along, 2 down, 3 along, 2 up, 3 along, 2 up, 3 along. Really nice and easy. Wrong block. Okay. To create that shape. 2 seconds. 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be sort of our entrance bit here. So we can actually whack out these whole entire walls now. So let's just take this up to here, and the same on this line as well, like so. And then from here we want to come out all the way in line with this one as well. So the simplest way is to come from the door, come all the way out. Doesn't matter about measurements at the moment or how many blocks it needs to come out, just come all the way out. The exact same on the other side. Just come all the way out. And then after that you want to connect the middle one. And come around about 2 away from the actual line. And then place a different block to indicate where you're going to be starting from, about 1. So as I say, come all the way on this side. Couple from the middle. 2 away from the door line, which is going to be our stone. And there we go, we can remove these lines now. They are not needed. It's only just for measuring up something in particular. I'll take off these ones as well. And then we can actually start creating from here. So from here, come down this extra 1, and then build your pattern like so. Easy said than done, and obviously you need to mimic this on the exact same side, the other side as well. So come back over. Come down 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, third one being 3. And there we go. Like that. You can have any variation that you want on this, but I'm going to go for this. And the same thing on this side as well. You can do 2 and a 4, but obviously there needs to be a sort of a moderate gap between these 2 on the other side, because obviously we're having a sort of a tower in between. So I'm going to go from here. I'm going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And view that up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, let's go 16, my lucky number from them. And the exact same on this side as well. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And from there, you're going to create a 3. Probably might have needed to go out a little bit. Oops. Yeah, something's gone wrong here. Ah, we're missing one there, that's why. What the fuck? There we go. Third one, okay, not 16. Back it up, take away the 16. Whoops. Actually, yeah, keep it 16, but just come in. Come in a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same on this side. Come in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then build it underneath. In a different block, otherwise it's going to get very confusing. The same on on the other side. God damn freaking sheep. 2, third one, 1, 2, there we go. And obviously the middle one is going to be a slightly bigger variation of a circle. Or you can have 2 smaller ones again. But they need to come back more, so they're going to be this way. So the best bet is find the corners. Come 1, 2 in a different block, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out. And same again from this corner. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And we get blocks. 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Maybe not 4. So what about 3? 3, but include that one. Ooh, okay. It's close. Okay, include that one with it. The 4th one will be that. Is it 4 or 3? It's 3 now. Damn it. There we go, 3. The 3rd one going to be that. As you can see, that one lines up with that one quite nicely as well, so planned that pretty well. Or was it just fluke? Probably just fluke. Okay, so there we go. And then obviously you're going to have a bigger circle in the middle, which is going to be at the back here. Not too far along as well, and then obviously with this split in the middle that's running through, you can literally just grab a cobblestone block and run it all the way through each of these lines, just to indicate that there will be some sort of bridge coming between these. Keep it going, should automatically connect through. Like so, there we go. So obviously you want one in the middle here, which is going to be the bigger one. So obviously create a circle. If you don't know how to do that, there's a video in the description or on the playlist. If it's not in the description, I totally forgot. But yeah, you can always find that. So I'm going to make a bigger circle run about here. So we're going to make a 22 block circle. So come from the middle, find the middle here. So let's count in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, and come in to how far you want it, just a little bit extra. There we go, that should be about right. I'm going to go with that. Not too far in, but obviously because you want to make this sort of an area which obviously everyone can operate, like barracks, sort of other decoration, but that's a totally different other video. So 22 blocks, which is going to be this one, and you want to come and make it a 6 along. So 1, 2, let's change the colour of this. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put 1 on this side as well, just to make it symmetrical. Then you want to come 3 along. 1, 2, 3. And from there you want to come 3 down, invisible stair set. So 1, 2, 3. 4th one, it's going to be 3 down again, and the edge one is going to be the same with the 6. Pretty nice and easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then obviously 3 in. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one, which is going to be this one. And then from that one, it's going to be 3 along, and then 6 along again. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be the 4th one. Is going to be 3 high. 3. And that's same as the 6th side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this should actually connect up with this really nicely. So from here, 3, and come 3 down, and the 4th one, which should, has it connected? Yep. And there we go, it's connected like so. And that's how you make the circle. Not directly smack bang in the middle of these 2 particular shapes. I have no idea why. but with a little bit of altering and a little bit of justification, you could probably make it very symmetrical. But I like this as it's slightly off balance. I might shuffle it over one, but make sure you line it up correctly. If not, you can always do it again. It's not hard, I wouldn't worry. It's not a tutorial 2-point, but yeah, we're going to shuffle it over one, and then after that we will come back and see what you have to do next. So as you can see, after a little bit of a shuffle and shuffling over an extra one, as you can see, it is probably the closest we're going to get. It's not very dead on straight, purely on the fact of it's the aspect of sort of basically the odd number on the wall. If you had a very symmetrical walls, instead of 51 you could have something like an odd number, like maybe, I don't know, 60. Not 60, it's an odd number. Could have 80 along, which would be freaking huge. You could expand these a lot bigger, but I don't know, I've just kept them like this because I like them and I prefer them a lot better. So now here it's all about creativity, and you can do what you want. I personally am going to build the exact same thing on these sides, but slightly larger. So for instance, this tower is going to be exactly the same as a singular tower here. After it's going to be ever so slightly taller, maybe a couple of blocks more. So I believe this was 21. I think we might have to go up 1, 2, total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, which was 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's go 25 high. And the exact same on all of these, and including the bigger one. The bigger one we're probably going to go a little bit higher, purely because it's going to have to be a little bit taller for obviously the people to see over the wall. But let's go 25 instead of, sorry, 20, let's go 30. 30 on this one and 25 on the smaller ones, and all of them, you can choose which textures you are going to be using for these. I personally am going to rip this stem down and use cobblestone for the inside of this, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So yeah, basically you want to build them all up to 25, and then yeah, crack on and carry on. So something that looks like that from a bird's eye view. A lot more detail to be put in, but we're carrying on with that as soon as we're there. So that's the next step of that, guys. So as you can see, all of them are built up to the correct standard that it should be. 25 high on these ones and 30 total for the main big one here. I've done the separate sides and the front for stone. The rest of it's cobblestone, and the same with the smaller tubes. Now what you're going to be doing exactly the same as you did with the smaller ones over here. You want to make a 2-block down, so 1, 2, you want to make a 2-block like so, leave 2 blocks, and then after that you want to detain or take away the majority of the top half here, like so. I'll just do a quick one for you, just to show you what's going on. You want to repeat this for all of them, by the way, not just this one. You want to do it to all of them, like so. And the same method as you did with your roofing on these ones, however you did it, exactly the same on these ones as well. But these ones are a little bit more different. I'll explain why as we go along. So let's take 3 out here. Hello, Mr. Spider. Do you mind leaving? Fuck off. You're dickhead. Right, let's leave him here. So basically, throughout this, you want to have layers. It's a little bit hard to describe how large you want them because it's entirely up to you. Personally, what I'm going to be doing is 4 between each one. So the 4th one is just going to be above this one here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go up along like that. So it needs to be 4 blocks in total. Do apologise. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly the same, and rinse and repeat throughout this method. Now, thing is as well, why are we doing this? Obviously to give sort of a little bit of detailing, but it all comes down to the end of it in a minute, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Purely in the purpose of you'll have this 2-block system left, which will be here. Throughout these particular ones, when you get up to the top here, obviously you can have a ladder running around each particular side. It's entirely up to you. Again, that's entirely up to the detail and everything else, but I'll show you what I mean real quick. If we take all of this out and we put, for example, keep it going, take them all out. Really useful trick that is as well. But the 2 that's remaining up the top, you take away the 2 middle ones that are here. What you want to be technically aiming for is you want to make sort of a bridges connecting all of these I've done it this side as well. You can actually do it throughout this side. So instead of going this way, you could go this way. For example, as you can see, coming out through here, so it'd be something like this. That would connect this all the way along. However you want to do this is entirely up to you. As I say, it's your kind of build, so it's a little bit too far. It should be on this side. Yeah, you want to connect them up any bridge, any fashion that you like. It's entirely up to you how they do connect, but connecting them will make it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to take this out, like so. And then yeah, you just basically want to connect them all the way along. I'm going to patch up this side because I don't want to connect through there. So you want to connect it all the way along through here. Something like this. And as I say, you can have these at any fashion that you like. I might just leave them like that, and then maybe put some trim round the upper edges, or miss a block, have one underneath like so, which probably actually looks a lot better. Let me change the time and the weather so you can see this a lot better. Something like that, exactly the same on this side as well. You can do it the exact same pan, or you can mix it up and sort of chop and churn it like I have here. Entirely up to you, again, personal preference. As you can see, it does look quite funky as a walkway, but it's entirely up to you how the pattern that you have it. But make sure you have bridges connecting. I would personally go out through the front first, like so, all the way along, and the same connecting to the middle ones, all the way over to this one as well, like that one has, because obviously it's the same length and everything else. This particular one all the way to this one. These two, just put a little connector, or none at all actually, don't put a connector to these two on their own, and vice versa, so exactly the same. I would like to know as well if this one connects up to the other one. Probably not, so it's literally just going to be the front view. It's these four connecting. Now, these four in total are actually going to be bunkers or barracks for the troops, and if you don't know what I mean, the layers, back to the layer point. If we go back in, come along here, obviously we'll have a little entrance wherever you'd like here to get up to the top, which will be the exact same pattern for these on these sides as well, but it will be full view instead of two sides. As you can see, if we go over to these are only two sides, as you can see, an entrance, then two sides, but obviously with those ones in particular, it's going to be open and flush. Same roofing, same pattern, apart from you want to do four along, so like something like this. Let me go back in it. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. And just make layers up. Now once you've done all the layers as well, you can actually put beds down and everything else, but make sure there is a gap on one particular side, because you're going to have a ladder running through all the way through this to get in and out. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and I'm going to show you what one would fully look like when it's completed. So after that, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, this is one fully done. As you can tell, it's the same roofing exactly on the other side, but it's open up even more. Instead of two sides, it's four side. We go all the way down to the bottom. Break a little hole in here as well. There we go. As you can see, lighting, there's obviously going to be nothing on this particular floor. Go up to this one, and there will be a creepy air skeleton. Obviously, put some more lights in here. It's entirely up to you how you do this. I'm just going to do something like this, and the same on the other floor as well, just so nothing spawns in here. One more layer after this, which is going to be the two, which again, probably nothing up here, maybe some chests. Again, it's entirely up to you. I put some grey blocks underneath these ones, as you can tell near the front here, just to perk it off and slip it off. I'm going to do the same on these sides as well, just to confine and conceal those little extra bits. As you can see, we come out onto the walkway. This is all leveled out now. This is exactly the same on each side. As you can see on the splits as well, there are more. detailing instead of the ones over this side, which just seem to come around just the 2 fronts. As this is a floor front as well, I connected this little strip down here just to give it a little more defined detail, but it's exactly the same on all the other sides, exactly the same as everything else. But yeah, it just seems bigger. Now what you want to do is replicate that whole thing on all of the other small ones, but do not do it on the big one just yet. Big one's slightly similar, but in some way slightly different. Hard to explain, but anyway, we get to that. But yeah, after you've done all these, then we're finished with the next step.
So that has been it for this part of the tutorial, guys. That has been part 2 on how to make this epic castle you see on screen now. Part 3 will be coming up very soon. Didn't do an outro for this one, I do apologise, but this is going to be the outro for this video. As always, guys, Killer Kev here, and Killer Kev out.